It is narrated in the old writings that after the formation of Midgard, and having provided creation with a way to understand the passage of time through night and day, the three gods were walking along a stony beach next to the sea, when they found two logs that the tide had deposited on the shore. These, despite the continuous movement caused by the waves, remained so close that it seemed that the will of fate had brought them together. The first of them was an ash trunk, a beautiful, resistant and deep-rooted tree. On the other hand, the second was made of elm, a graceful tree but with firm and useful wood. Then the gods, elevated on the plane of ideas, lifted the two trunks and placed them vertically on the sand. Thus the three remained lost in their thoughts, contemplating the inanimate forest in silent amazement, and seeing that these could be useful to them, they decided to give them gifts. Then Odin approached and breathed spirit and life into them, first into one and then into the other, and immediately they stopped being dead pieces of wood abandoned on the beach, becoming beings endowed with vital breath. But due to fickle ink and the inexorability of time, the skalds differ over who Odin's companions were in this episode. For some, those faithful to Gangleri's questions, make portents of human creation to Odin's brothers. It is then related in these songs that Vili gave them will and intelligence, and from that moment they were able to move and desire. Instead, he carved the human form and sex into their trunks. So he also carved their ears so that they could hear, eyes so that they could see, and lips so that they could speak. The other Eddic side, the one that is governed by the words of the seer, tells us that Odin's companions were Hoenir and Lodur. In this version, Hoenir gave them the reasoning and Lodur the word, the vivid tone of the skin or the vital fluid we call blood. And so the first man and the first woman stood before the gods. But the gods, seeing them defenseless against the icy breeze and the sea spray, made them clothes to cover and keep warm on that beach at the margins of the world. Finally, they gave names to the two beings they had created. They called the man Ask, because this is the name of the ash tree in the Nordic languages, and the woman Embla because it is the name of the elm tree. Embla and Ask stayed in Midgard, also known as Manaheim, the home of man, safe and protected behind the wall built by the gods with Ymir's eyelashes, building their home there, safe from the giants, from the monsters, and of all the dangers that lurk in the desolate wastes. And in that beautiful lair, they were able to raise their children in peace, who in turn gave life to the vast offspring from which each human being comes. Then, feeling satisfied with the created world, the gods decided to build themselves a kingdom to live in, one that would allow them to oversee all of their creation and provide shelter to divine offspring. Then they looked towards the center of the world and saw that the earth was blessed with great abundance of gold and jewels, with which they began the establishment of the world of Asgard.